VR is the future, my friends. VR is the future. So I'd highly advise you guys, if you haven't made the investment yet, get to it. You know what I mean? Where's my emojis, man? Let me do my little emoji dance. Little clapping. All right, man. So let's get to it, man. What's been going on in the week? You know, I went to a very cool party in VR chat on Friday. All right, I went to shout out to Spider Weeb. She was celebrating her birthday, and when I spawned in to the world, I basically was like falling. I was falling down, and then I landed in the neighborhood, and it was cool, man. It was a pretty chill event. I just came back from dinner, and I wanted to stop in and say what's up to my peoples in VR chat. So shout out to Spider Weeb, happy birthday. I got to kicking it with her partner, who is also, he's a programmer. I'm currently in school right now, studying to get my computer science degree. So we was chatting, we had a good chat, and we kicked it. But yeah, it was nice, man. My man Cookie Monster was DJing, and it was great. So shout out to those folks. All right, what else we have? So May 2nd, we have our next Live from the Underground virtual reality artist showcase. So if you are a hip hop artist or singer, whatever, and you got bars, you got joints, you got music, and you have not yet performed in virtual reality, go to HiphopinVR.com and register. And make sure you go to YouTube, HiphopinVR.com, and check it out. YouTube/HiphopinVR. You can check out what the Live from the Underground showcase series looks like. It's pretty serious. All right, so that's where we at. All right, so let's talk crypto, man. The market has been up and down like a seesaw. I don't know how many of you guys out there actually have any crypto, have invested in it, but I read an article that it's mostly millennials that actually have crypto, more so than like their parents, right? So which makes sense, because I think this thing kind of started out in the dark web. And yeah, I remember a friend of mine, man, he was telling me, this was a couple of years ago, man, he was telling me to buy Bitcoin. It was like $125 or something like that. I was like, man, what the hell is Bitcoin? I ain't giving my money, buying no damn Bitcoin. Well, his son drives a Range Rover, he drives a Lexus now, and yeah, I guess I should have invested in that Bitcoin back then. But it's all good, you live and you learn, right? That's how it goes. What else, man? So NFTs, a lot of people have been asking me like, yo, what's an NFT? What's an NFT? So, you know, to keep it simple, NFT stands for non-fungible token. But essentially what it is, it's any kind of asset. It can be a digital item, it can be a physical item actually. But it's something that is unique in the sense that no two are the same, right? Non-fungible. It's not like, you know, a dollar, US dollar, one US dollar and another US dollar, they are the same. We can trade them, they are the same. But an NFT, no NFTs are the same. What makes them unique is the fact that they are registered, they have an ID, they are registered in the blockchain, okay? What is the blockchain, you ask? Haha. The blockchain is essentially like a ledger. It's a book where transactions are documented and recorded for anyone in the world to see. So whether you have crypto, whether you have NFTs or not, these transactions are there to see, okay? It's decentralized, so no one is controlling this. It is a collective of individuals who post these transactions, and they get verified by the community of individuals. So that's what it is in layman's terms. It's pretty simple. All right, so I know they use a lot of terminology that sometimes can be overwhelming, but that's essentially what it is. It's a record book. It's a book that keeps a documentation of everything, all the transactions that take place, and anyone can check and see what's going on. So that's what an NFT is. That's what the blockchain is. So there you go. What else, man? I saw some other pretty cool, interesting stuff. All right. Meta, world famous Meta, they just revealed that they will have hand tracking 2.0 for the Meta Quest 2. All right, so it means that Meta today announced a handful of significant updates are on the way. All right, and this includes improved tracking, new gestures, and overlapping hand movements, just to name a few. So it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys own the Oculus Quest, but if you don't, I highly encourage you to purchase one, especially if you are a musician, an artist, an actor, someone in entertainment, or if you're just interested in learning. Highly advise you to invest in a Oculus Quest headset. And I say the Oculus Quest because it's the cheapest and really good quality, actually. So it's a very easy entry point into virtual reality. So, man, get yourself a headset, man. Get yourself a headset. All right, and what else do we have here? We have a very special guest tonight, that's for sure. You know, this is somebody, I've known him for quite a while, actually. I'm not sure if we ever met personally, if he ever came to the studio when I had it. But we definitely have known each other for quite a while, and this brother is a grinder. This brother is somebody who is a pretty responsible individual, because, you know, when you deal with the hip-hop, man, sometimes you deal with a lot of, you know, funny, a lot of funny business that goes on in this hip-hop thing. But this guy's definitely always been about his business. And yeah, he goes by the name of losLAUREN 718, representing the BX stand up, baby. BX stand up. Can we get a round of applause, because we got somebody here from the BX? Can we get a round of applause? That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, losLAUREN is in the building today. I believe this is his first time. I could be wrong, but I believe this is his first time in the metaverse. All right, so he's in cyberspace, so that's a good look. He created his account. He got fly with Ready Player Me. He don't have like the regular custom, you know, the regular average. He came out here and customized himself via Ready Player Me. All right, what else do we have here in the news? This one was pretty cool. So Rec Room, you know, Rec Room happens to be one of the most prominent platforms within the metaverse, you know. Their user base is ridiculous. I mean, I think they're like 3 million users a month or something like that. And they're known typically for like kids and young, like the teens, but actually there's a whole other world in there called adults who Rec Room. There's like a whole other community, you know, you gotta find them in Discord, and they have a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So they announced some partnership that's gonna be taking place with the NBA. So that's pretty big, man. That's pretty big, you know. Yeah, it's like popular VR social platform Rec Room today announced that it has partnered with the National Basketball Association for a special in-game event that will take place throughout 2022 NBA postseason. In the main rec center lobby, you'll now find a variety of new basketball-themed content designed to celebrate 2022 NBA playoffs. That's a mean look, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? That's a mean look, and it's a testament to where things are going, right? People say, oh, VR is not gonna last, and oh, it's this, it's not. Nah, I mean, you have people that, you know, some people go out, some people don't go out. You know, before COVID, after COVID, you know, some people, they work or they go to school, they go home, they play video games, they go home, they watch movies, whatever. So now, for those individuals who, you know, like to keep it, somebody once told me, man, the idea is to make your home your palace. So this way you don't have to go anywhere. Everything that you need, you got is right there. So now they just created something new, VR headsets. Well, it's been around, but now there's a new tool that we have that can keep us home and not only can entertain us, but can educate us and can allow us to monetize. And yeah, man, it's cool. It's pretty cool. So that's what we got. Let me see what else we got. This was an interesting one, man. This was an interesting one. Metaverse company to offer immortality through live forever mode. Yeah. So, Somnium Space. All right. Shout out to Somnium Space once again. Somnium Space is developing a way for people to talk to their loved ones even after they die. All it requires is a massive amount of personal data. So, check this out. Almost 5 years ago, Arthur Saikov's father was diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer, which would ultimately kill him within a few years. The news of his father's illness devastated Saikov, and it kind of hit me that the time I had with him was limited, unquote. He told me last week at the time, Saikov's children were just a few years old, and it pained him to think that they might grow up without a memory of their grandfather. In those moments, he started to wonder if there was some way in which his children might be able to have a conversation with their grandfather even after he was gone. Whoa. I mean, so this is a touchy one for me. I mean, it's touchy. I get it and I understand, you know, and I think it makes sense, right? If you want to personally stay connected and you want to keep, I mean, it's cool to think that 100 years from now, 150 years from now, you can have a conversation with, you know, your great-great-grandfather or great-great-grandmother, right? That's pretty cool. And I think if it's something that remains personal within the family, then it could be pretty cool, you know? But now if it becomes something where it's like in the hands of anybody, I'm not sure how I feel about that, you know? So, shout out to Arthur, you know, the man, the myth, the legend, for being such a forward thinker and being an individual who was definitely a risk taker and is not afraid to, you know, put himself out there. So, shout out to Arthur for that. Word up. What else do we have here? I mean, I think that's pretty much it on the news tip. I mean, there was something else that I found out was interesting, but it was, you know, I really got to delve in a little bit more. But I saw how there's a lot of jobs being made available now in the metaverse, and when you think about it, it makes sense. I recall going into alt space. I recall actually Horizon was the first place. I recall going into Horizon, and before they went public, it was like invite only, and you would enter, and then they'd have like people there to greet you, and you know, they would ask you like, hey, do you have any feedback? What do you think is missing here? What would you like? So, and they were getting paid. I think they were getting paid like $14 an hour just to be in VR and kick it with the people, right? But that makes sense. It really makes sense. So you could bet your bottom dollar there's gonna be a lot of jobs like that. So make sure you exercise, because you don't want to be in VR all day and not get any exercise. So that's what we got. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get into a joint right now. Okay, I'm gonna get into a song right now by my main man, losLAUREN. Okay, I'm gonna just get into a joint first, and then we will bring him on stage, bring him up, and we're gonna chop it up with him. We're gonna get to the bottom of what's going on in his world. I know he had another name. He had another name before losLAUREN. He definitely had another name, so we're gonna get into that. This man served his country. We're going to get into that. We just going to get into it all, man. So let's get into this one joint right here. This one is called The Demonstration. All right, it's called The Demonstration. We're gonna start off with this one, and that's what it do, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Every so often you need to have a little bit of fun. Yes, sir. Just a little bit of fun, man. Yes, sir. Facts. You know what I mean? I actually rap, man. Yes, sir. Hey. I'll show y'all better than I can tell you. Yo, I'm a daddy used to say. Yo. Yeah. Yo. With 7 representing young Christopher neighborhood guy. Don't get it confused, player. I'm a good guy like Optimus Prime, except when I'm popping a 9. And bullets going through your chest and popping your spine. But that only happens if you out to try to take what's mine. Like it's yours, I got mine, get yours. I shine like polyurethane, stain floors. Reason why, cause I chase dope, you chase whores. Been writing raps along, I probably got arthritis. Ghost Rider, know myself, no arthritis. Check the credit goes to myself. No other like this except author, my government name, they authorize this. Yes, I travel down south for better climate, call me sun. Plus I shine like one, and I'm the brightest. Gold around me neck, and I ain't strangled by King Midas. Stack paper for rainy days, cause in rap, there's no retirement, nigga. Demonstration, man. Just an exhibition. Quality, what's up? BX, yo. losLAUREN, nigga. Shit.
All right, now we talking. All right, man. Where's my man? There you go. Let's moonwalk a little closer. There we go. Word up, man. So shoot, let me throw this little instrumental back here in the background so we have our little music going. One moment. Little ambiance music. Cool, man. So talk to me, my brother. You represent the Bronx. All right, you born and raised in the BX?
Hey, yo, it's your boy LosLAUREN 718, you know what I mean? Parkchester, all day, Southeast Bronx, man, representing as well. FAMU graduate, 850, you know, we in the building, standing with Fokis, you heard?
You know it.
And like he told you before, you know what I'm saying? Air Force, we in the building. Air Force veterans, everybody stand up, and we just be out here motivating the people, talking about the metaverse, and just give you our game and give you some background on how I've been coming up.
Very well said. All right, so now you was just telling me about how you feel. You know, you like the metaverse and this stuff, but at the same token, people not getting wrapped up into it. I mean, I look at it like this, right? Like you said, people are on Instagram, people are on Facebook. You know, they fronting. You know, some are using it for business, some are using it for play, some are using it to grab girls, guys, whatever. I mean, that stuff is going to happen regardless. So what I say is, man, thank goodness that we have a new tool that allows us to connect in ways that we've never been able to do like before. And from an artist standpoint, I mean, I'm here, you're there, but we're here together. Right? And it's not like we're just typing messages to each other, like we're here.
Right, you know? It's not AOL Messenger.
It's not AOL Messenger, you know what I'm saying, with the dial-up modem, you know what I'm saying? Youngins don't know about that struggle right there. So you know, we do a couple of things. You know, I host a variety of different events. I'm actually going to be putting something together here on this platform, Simon Space. Definitely would love to have you perform, and would love to have you perform at you know, some of the other stuff I do. But I think somebody like yourself will really benefit from, you know, setting up shop in the metaverse and getting your music out there and connecting and building your audience. You know, so
thank you for the opportunity, man. Most definitely.
Nah, bro, this is thank you for taking the time out actually, you know, to be here. You know, so what are you currently working on next? I know you have this trilogy. Is there anything, you know, that you can let the people know that you're working on, that they can maybe pre-order or, you know, check out a video?
Yeah, right now we're working on that Addiction Success album. Right now we're in the mastering process of it. I was just talking to a few of my guys, and we're just wrapping up some of the promo videos that go along with that. But coming up on May 25th, I'm supposed to be going to Egypt to shoot one of the singles called Amazing.
Oh,
So we'll be in Egypt as well as Morocco, me and a group of the homies, a few females and stuff like that, and just showcasing how we really do, My lifestyle amazing.
I love it. So you being an independent artist, I mean, what drives you? I mean, I don't know if you're touring. I'm not sure. Like, are you able to make a living through music? Is that the goal, or are you just doing it because you love it?
Well, like I said in one line, I can't call rap a hobby because now I'm getting a check. So we start making money off of your music. It's more than a hobby. When you have to file taxes because you have sync licensing or you have your song featured on the masterclass with Questlove, it's a little different.
That's definitely a fact. So if you had to give any advice to any independent artists out there who they might be super talented, but kind of just maybe find themselves a little stuck and not knowing how to grow, like what advice would you give them?
Well, number one, you got to know the business. What I mean by that is, before you start putting out product, find out who has your name. Because remember what you said.
That's
I
right.
used to have another name.
Correct.
So you're starting to get hot, you're buzzing, and you might call yourself Chris Style, right? But how many Chris Styles are out there? Who actually trademarked their name? So now you saying I'm Chris Style, you got 100,000 followers, and then the person that owns the trademark is sending you a cease and desist. Now you don't have lawyer money because you're just trying to come up. What are you going to do? And then when you change your name, do your fans know who you are? So now you have to start back from zero. So that's the first thing I would tell people. Second off, make sure that you have a committed team. Because everybody's there when you pop a champagne and caviar, crab legs is flowing. Snow crab especially. They there. But what happens in the hard times? And make sure that everybody in the team know their role and they play their role. Because you can't have the cameraman want to be the artist. The artist can't be the cameraman. Everybody has to specialize in what they specialize in so that you can have what's called positive synergy, and then you can move forward and win collectively as a team.
I mean, you just really dropped two very important jewels, right? Two very important jewels, and it's important that people understand the importance of being on top of your business, handling your business, because if you're not on top of your business, then no one else is going to be, right? And this is how people end up getting jerked and then they get mad, right? But you should have taken the time out. So yes, I mentioned about the name thing, right? So I actually received a notice as well because there was a song that we had done, and
oh, they were serious about that.
Oh no, I mean that
they
was
got everybody. I was gonna be like, yo, take it down. I was in federal court every 2 weeks. That's a real deal. That's a real case.
Yeah, I mean we talking about the big boys. You know what I mean? We talking about the big boys.
You might have a few 100,000, but they got them M's.
Oh yeah, that's a different ball game, and they got
Facts.
Long money.
Yep.
But that's
even if you fought it, they'll it's kind of like how they used to say what Birdman would do. You have a lawsuit against Birdman, and he'll just keep extending it, and your lawyer fees, and he'll just bleed you dry, so you can't fight the case anymore.
Yep, bleed you dry. Yeah, it's nasty out there, so it's very important that you take the time out and do that in the beginning. So I did my research, right? So before I got my name, I researched every single place, everything possible. But then even when you trademark, you have to understand that there's different classes that for the artists out there, there's different classes that you register in,
Right.
And
I'll share with you what happened. That company, that name.
Oh yeah.
They filed in every class, every script that you can write, known to man.
Wow.
Based upon that last name. Mm-hmm. And it was so bad. This is how I learned. You know how like these days these guys is going to jail about social media?
Yeah.
When they wrote it up, they had my name like He lives a luxurious lifestyle. To see all the Lambos. I'm at the W. I'm popping champagne.
Wow.
They tried to say that that was associated with me utilizing the name, but no, we the Lows. We rock polo. It had nothing to do with them, period. But they have such great lawyers. They were able to write it up. And I don't know the lawyer jargon, so I had one janky lawyer. That's why you always had to have more than one lawyer.
Yep.
He telling me one thing, but I really could have beat it. But you just don't know. If you're not privy to the information, you don't have nobody on your team that's has that information or that knowledge. You kind of stuck out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, it's a lesson learned, and you take that with you, and then you pass it on, just like you did right now. So that was dope of you to do that, and also about the importance of having a team, man. It's so important. I've learned that, man. I've learned that. I've even learned to not force things, and when it's necessary for me to do things on my own, I figure out a way to do it on my own until the right people, the right fit for said tasks appear. Until then,
but
I grind it out.
We also missing the other nugget too. You got to think, if you're selling a product or a service, you have to listen to the market.
Correct.
Unless you have a superior product or something that's super innovative. And a lot of times people fail to listen to their customer. Your customer's going to tell you exactly what they want. So you can't be like, I'm going to shove to you all the blue M&M, and the demand, your people said, I want the green. So if they want the green, give them the green.
Simple. Got to do that market research.
That's correct.
It's very important. Word up. So what is your motivation actually for continuing to make this music? Like, what drives you?
I mean, when I'm writing my music, it's like my diary. It's narrating my life. Every bar that I say in the raps is really what I'm saying. When I say marble floors, panoramic views, the reason why I make it to church to sit in the views. Rose bottles, you pop at the interviews. I'm sorry I make it to church, sit in the pews. You know what I'm saying? It's like
so this is real life.
Reality. Yeah.
So
we Cash like the Family Feud. You got cash, can't fight with a Negro, you getting sued.
Bars.
It's real life.
Bars. Man, that's incredible. That's incredible. I know you mentioned Nipsey, right? And you also, two people that I actually love too. You mentioned Nipsey, you mentioned Dolph. Two individuals or two different styles of music, but very similar hustle, right? So, aside from obviously the natural their hustle, like what else is it about those two individual artists that really appeal to you?
The mindset, you're trying to bring unity. It's not like I got my piece of the pie over here, you got your piece of the pie over there. We're gonna stay separated. Like if I got the noodles and you got the spaghetti sauce, let's put it together. It's gonna be a better meal. And that's the type of narrative that they were pushing. Okay, we're gonna put it together. And let's bring the people together. And let's better the community and better each other. Because let's be real, you could be the rich guy with $100 million, but it's no fun to be the only person up there.
Correct.
That's kind of like if you the guy and you're rich, your homeboy's not there, you don't have no woman, and you're just a guy up there. Who can you party with? That's like being a single guy and then or your homies got a girlfriend and you know what I'm saying, children and stuff like that. What do you do now?
That's a very good. That's a good analogy right there. That one. No, I dig it, man. To me, what's so cool about the time that we're in now is that it's like so many subgenres and so many niches, right, of music, and then it just showed me that there was more to being an artist than being on Hot 97, being on MTV, and things like that. Like the world is filled with billions of people. And it's really just about connecting with them.
I'm glad you say that because at the end of the day, you have what's called sync licensing. So I work with a group of guys and a couple of females. We have what's called push audio. So what we do, we get together. You might have a producer. They throw us a beat. Certain people write to the song, and then we put it out. And next thing you know, you're on Hulu, you're on you're on Netflix, you're on Power. So you get sync licensing. So you're still earning your revenue. They playing your stuff on a regular basis. You're getting your quarterly checks, but you can still walk around free in the public and not have nobody mob you if you at the gym, like you say, or you at the corner store,
Perfect.
or even
Perfect.
with it having your song in video games. It's just other ways to make money doing the music. It's not saying that you have to be the person always in the forefront. There's other ways to make the money and
That's
still do what you love.
You're absolutely correct. So if you had to give advice to any young up and coming guys, like how would they go about, how should they go about trying to get some placements? And is it something that they can do on their own, or should they reach out to different companies? What advice can you
I
give
would say
people?
first thing is always continue to write, no matter what, because the song that you might have wrote 5 years ago could be a hit tomorrow. It just depends on who you meet and what beat you put it to. But I would say for everybody is that when it comes to that sync licensing, they want original beats. So if you're a person that's into like sampling, it's they're not going to want to pay to clear that sample unless it's just a super straight smash. So original music, when you're looking to do sync licensing and stuff like that, again, your music into the games, you want to go with original music, original content, and also keep it clean. Don't say 9 out of 10 they don't want to touch anything that has to do with profanity. So keep it clean when it comes to making your music.
That's you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Words of wisdom right there, man. Spoken from a true veteran who knows about sync licensing. I mean, what are some of the games and or programs that have licensed your music?
Well, we got one that's upcoming that's pretty big. I want to keep that in the wraps, but we have one joint, like I said before, with Questlove. We did the master class, and they played
That's crazy.
jeez, it's so many different songs that we have out there, but I got to go back, man. But
That's
I
pretty crazy.
remember when my guy Chris Pritham hit me up. He's like, "Yo, we got the joint," and he sent me the split sheet, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's real." Because
That's
sometimes you don't believe. It's like, man, he just talking, but he sure improved. But like again, like I said, a person can have the sauce, and you got the spaghetti. You just put it together. He
yeah.
had the connects. I had the talent. The other man had the beat. We put it together. We was able to make some money together.
Listen, man. There's an old saying: teamwork makes the dream work.
And that's true.
It's as simple as that. I want to get into
And
this. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go
gotta
ahead.
avoid so you gotta avoid the jealousy, man. That's the number one thing that crumbles all empires. The jealousy, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Jealousy, greed, and envy.
You know, again, man, that's why somebody told me, man, or somebody showed me, and it's just like, he just, sometimes it's best to kind of just, in certain instances, just move dolo. Like you just do your own, and then when you find somebody else who's also doing their own, that they don't need you and you don't need them, but when you just so happen to connect to do these one or two things, it works perfectly, right? Because you're your boss. This one, he's his own boss, but you guys can work together on these things and understand the value of bringing to the table. I say this all the time, man. Everybody
Right,
just,
let's run it back to old school neighborhood days.
yep,
You might have a guy that's super fashionable that all the girls like, right?
yep,
You might have your guy that's getting money, so he gonna finance the party. The handsome guy, he gonna get the girls, he gonna bring them to the function, right?
yep,
The guy that got the money, he gonna bring the champagne and the eats. Now you got the big burly guy, he might not be too handsome, but if anybody run up in the party, he gonna box them down. And then you got you know what I'm saying? Everybody play the role.
everybody play
And
their
you
part.
win. Everybody got the females, and you got a good function. You just have to know how to play your role.
That's it.
I want to expound on one other thing.
Yep,
Sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover. So you see the artist, you like, oh, the artist got all the bread, da 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 da. But it'll be the guy that's in the corner with no jewelry on, no nothing, black t-shirt, regular jeans. That's the boss man who's financing everything.
yep,
And that's the thing that people miss.
yep.
9 out of 10 is that random guy's over there. He's checking on the artist. Why is that? Because that's his money. And that's who he's investing in.
That's right. That's right. You gotta play your position, never judge a book by its cover, and always treat people with respect.
Respect.
Always treat people with respect. I love it. I love it, man. Well, listen, man. I definitely want to thank you again for taking the time out, being here, kicking it with us. You know, we're it's like the new frontier, so we building something out from scratch. Shout out to Somnium Space again for providing the platform, and yeah, like I said, man, I definitely would love to have you. I'm gonna do an event here with in a different venue, but on this platform with various different artists. So I'd love for you to rock out. You know, we just gotta set you up and get your audio interface and all that flyness.
Yeah, just gotta let me know what I need to buy.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know exactly what you should get. You know, I'm gonna definitely push you to get a VR headset. 'Cause it's gonna change your life, my brother. It's another world out there. It's a whole other world, man. But word up, man. I just want to say thank you again. If you have anything you want to let the folks know, where they can follow you at and all that stuff. I mean, I'm gonna put everything in the YouTube description as well. But you know, you can shout it out.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's losLAUREN718 on all social media platforms. That's LOSLAUREN. The number 7, the number 1, the number 8. I mean, you can Google me, man. There's over 10 pages worth of stuff that's going to come up. Articles from MTV, Revolt. I mean, World Star, you name it.
Love it. I love it, man. You're a confident, talented individual, very well spoken, and thank you for dropping the jewels. And yeah, we gonna keep this thing going. We gonna connect, and that's what it is, my brother. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we shall reconvene.
Will do. And once again, it's FAMU. We in the building. Florida Rattlers, you know what we doing, man. We ain't hearing nothing about no Jackson State, no Hampton, no Bethune. It's FAMU.
Yeah.
You heard? Orange and green, baby.
Let's get it. Word up. All right, my brother. Have yourself a good evening and enjoy the rest of your night, bro.
You as well. Take care. Thanks for having me.
Out.